Symbols. If there's one thing filmmakers love, it's symbols. From Kubrick to Aronofsky, all great directors use symbolism in their films to convey meaning in subtle and interesting ways. Let's explore this further by examining how filmmakers use Stifler to symbolize horniness. Consider this scene from Paul and Chris Weitz's 1999 film, American Pie.
I'm gonna find myself a little hottie.
Notice how Stifler is in the scene. Without Stifler, this would just be a scene about two friends sitting together at a party. But the filmmaker's decision to put Stifler in the scene suffuses it with horniness.
Stop me, beautiful!
Of course, the best example of this technique is in the famous lacrosse practice scene. Here, directors Paul and Chris Weitz draw focus to Stifler, who was humping the air and slapping an imaginary ass. In this way, they use the symbol of Stifler to convey horniness without explicitly invoking it. It's textbook show don't tell, and the Weitz brothers pull it off skillfully. But they're not the only filmmakers to make use of this technique in their work. Let's look at J.B. Rogers' 2001 film, American Pie 2. Rogers deploys Stifler as a symbol of horniness as contagion. Wherever the characters in the film go, Stifler follows, a parasitic horniness that they cannot escape, no matter how hard they may try.
Stifler, get off! I am getting off just listening to the two of you guys.
Rogers emphasizes this theme visually by having Stifler enter into scenes instead of being in them from the beginning, symbolizing how horniness is infecting the film's characters like a virus. Director Jesse Dillon complicates the symbolic meaning of Stifler in his 2003 film American Wedding, presenting a Stifler masquerading as a symbol of non-horniness.
You are such a gentleman, Steve.
Only to be unmasked as a symbol of peak horniness later on. In this way, Dillon's use of Stifler reveals a new understanding of horniness as a kind of shape-shifting trickster, capable of taking on whatever form necessary in order to achieve the ultimate goal of horniness, aka sexual intercourse. But the filmmakers who are using Stifler to grapple with this idea of horniness in the most interesting way have to be John Hurwitz and Hayden Schlossberg, who masterfully employed the symbol of Stifler throughout their film American Reunion. Like in other films, Stifler appears in Reunion as a symbol of the character's horniness. But in a fascinating metatextual move, writer-directors Hurwitz and Schlossberg go as far as having the characters actually acknowledge that Stifler is a symbol of their horniness. First in this scene,
"You're our dick."
And then later on, by Stifler himself.
I'm your dick.
It's a truly brilliant way of simultaneously deploying Stifler as a symbol of horniness, while also commenting on the cinematic effect of the symbol, namely the pervasive horniness that permeates the world of the film. And it masterfully demonstrates one of the many ways that filmmakers use Stifler to symbolize horniness.